Okay, some of you may get angry at me for what it is that I'm going to talk about today, but I'm going to talk about playing fields. I am so over hearing people talk about they need a level playing field. I want you to realize something, that you make your own playing field. One thing is that many of you have been trying to play in somebody else's field that they designed for themselves. I can't do this because I'm black. I can't do this because I'm a woman. I can't do this because I'm Mexican. I can't do this because I'm white. I can't do this because of this. I can't do this because of whatever the reasons. All of these things that you think are handicaps. I say to you that they are not handicaps, that they are your training ground. I create my own picture of my own self. And when I tell myself that I cannot do something because I am so stupid that I am comparing myself to somebody else that is doing something, then I have wrapped up my so-called playing field and put it in a pocket and gave it the power of it to somebody else. How dare you? How dare you give away your power? How dare you give up on your dreams? How dare you? God gave you something that everybody needs, that many people need in this earth. And because somebody is making it difficult for you, you're going to take your little cards, you're going to take your playing field, you're going to fold it up, put it in your pocket and go someplace and pout. Grow up. It is time for us to grow up. If you turn on most of the media, they're telling you what you can't do, how you're a victim, how somebody's going to take away your food stamps, how somebody's going to take away this, how somebody's going to take away your right for this, how somebody's going to take away from this. Congress, the U.S., the House and the Senate, they're playing games with each other and you're being the pawn. Take yourself out that mix. Take yourself out of it. You can create a life for yourself that no matter how many games somebody else plays, it will not affect you, your family, your purpose, your vision, or anything else. Raise taxes in one place. Do this, do this. Many people, and maybe it's the people that won't see this unless you share the video with somebody that really needs to hear it. What is happening is this: you don't realize that right up here is what levels, what makes it uneven, what it does to your playing field. I looked at something and I saw where this black guy on Wall Street many years ago, he did billion-dollar transactions. Okay, he was not the likely one to do it, but he had decided when he was a child what it was he was going to do. The circumstances didn't matter. What his mother thought didn't matter. What his father thought didn't matter. What nobody thought mattered. He already had it. And what did he do? He was willing to work for it. He was willing to work. He was willing to study. He was willing to go through all the no's in order to get to the yeses. I see this in every culture, every single solitary culture. People seem to be fighting for the right to be the biggest victim. What kind of insanity is that? As my coach says, that's insanical. I mean, it means that there is no sane person that would think that way. If you don't realize that you have boundless imaginational possibilities, that you have a boundless brain and it has the power to change how you see yourself and how you see and change your outside environment. Your brain does not care, does not understand whether something is truth or a lie. It's what you feed it. When you see something and you say, they are doing this to me, what you're saying to this is you're telling your mind, you're telling your brain, I need their approval. I need their help. I am not enough. Nobody makes you feel like you're not enough except you. Do you realize something? This is so fantastic. I get so excited when I think about this. How I am depends upon me. How I feel depends upon me. How I feel about myself depends upon me. Some of you think, well, I am too old or I'm too young. I'm an octogenarian, which is between 80 and 90 years old. My life is just beginning again. Don't you realize how you choose when your life is leaving and when your life is growing? My mother died, I don't know, she was in her late 70s or something like that, maybe early 80s. I don't know. But when she died, I don't even know if she made it that long. My mother was old for her time. Well, what does that mean, Dr. Baker? What that means is this. My mother thought old. My mother thought that she thought more about what she couldn't do than what it was that she could. But she had one thing in mind that she said. She says, I'm in this earth to raise my children from under the footstools of others. I don't even think she understood what it was because she was under the footstools of others. But one thing she did, and I am proof of that, is that she did raise me from under the footstools of others. I will never be under the footstools of anybody else's opinion of who it is that I am. I am seated with Christ in heavenly places in the first place, and all of those demonic thoughts are under my foot. No person, all of those things are under my feet. I read in the Bible that it says, take dominion. First thing I got to do is take dominion of my mind, take dominion of my thoughts, and to allow my imagination to go out there so far, to go and realize, wow. And as it goes and as it expands and as it looks for things and as it investigates, then all of a sudden here is a one thing. Oh my gosh, this one thing I do. This one thing. Oh yes, I can do this. I will do this. This is mine. This is my avenue. This is my purpose. This is my destiny. This is what I am to do. And the first thing that I'm going to do is find out what I do first. First thing I do is I find out what's in my heart. I make a plan in my heart. I speak that plan out to my heart. The Bible says this, that a man's mind plans his ways, but God will direct his steps. So that means that even when I make a mistake, I'm okay. Even when I blow it, I'm okay. Why is that? Because my mind is telling me to go in one direction, or my thoughts may be telling me to go in this direction, but I get this nudge saying, no, call these people. No, do this, do this. And then prayer is one of the things that happens. I was listening to the guy that they did a whole lot of films. They did a whole lot of Christian films. And in that, he was talking about his story as he went through it. There are two brothers that did a lot of films, one Flywheel, one Fire something, and then one about prayer and all of that. And Sony had his films out and all that stuff. But one of the things of it is this. He talked about how his first film was so dorky, and I saw it, Flywheel. I actually have a copy of it. It was so dorky, but the whole thing, then God told him, go ahead and put it out there. Put it in the theaters. All kinds of doors started to open for him. You say, yeah, but he was a white guy. He was this guy. He was in a small town. He was here. He was there. No. He got a plan. He knew that he was supposed to make films. What's in your heart? Not what's in your wallet, but what's in your heart that will end up bringing money into your wallet. What's in there? What do you know that you were born for? I know that I was born to awaken people to the truth about they never, ever have to be a victim. You were not born a victim. Well, I was born with a handicap. That was no handicap. That's a training ground. That is a training ground. Well, I was born, I'm dyslexic. So what? So am I. And so is Dr. Amen, who is a brain specialist. I mean, he has helped so many people. So is one of my other coaches. So is all of these people. Everybody had what somebody else called a handicap. They call it a training ground. They called it something that they could overcome. And when they overcome, they'd have a story. They called it the beginning of a story. What are you calling yours? Are you still waiting for the government to take care of you? Honey, I'm here to tell you the government is not taking care of itself. So why don't you be the government in your own life? You know, I'm in the kingdom of God, which is a government, a more powerful government than the United States of America, than any foreign government, than anything. And so it lets me know that I was made in the image and in the likeness of God. And since I was made in the image and likeness of God, I can think like God thinks. I can have his thought. How do I know that? He said, let this mind be in you. You have the mind of Christ. You mean I got the mind of the Creator on the inside of me? Yes, I do. He says, let it be in there. Let it happen. Look at all of the people that have come from obscurities, that have come from poverty, that have come from all this thing. But one of the things that they did that maybe you're not doing, they started to speak as if they already had accomplished it. So therefore, they started to see themselves in a light that nobody else could see. I'm here to tell you, I do use your boundless brain power. Why do I end with that? To do what you want to do for this, in this way. You add the rest of it to it. What are you doing? You have the boundless brain power. Now use it to create a life that you and your family and your friends and the world, whatever part of the world you are to touch, will be blessed by it, will be better off because you are here in this earth. This is Dr. B.J. Baker, your octogenarian, and I approve of this message, and I will see you on the next video. Please like, subscribe, and join us for our next Use Your Boundless Brain Power Challenge. See you on the next video.